Well, healthcare has become this crisis, and people deserve better. People deserve choices. They get caught up in this vicious cycle of always going to the doctor with yet another problem. There needs to be a better way. We need a solution-oriented approach instead of a problem-oriented approach. There's nothing more valuable in life than your health. TelMD gives people that path so they can take the journey and really enjoy and get the most out of their life now. Let me ask you a question. Are you interested in changing the face of healthcare? Our system has become this giant maze where patients feel lost in a plethora of x-rays, lab tests, another MRI, CT scan, and what seems to be an endless array of doctor's visits. And sometimes it appears that none of the doctors are even talking to each other. Healthcare should really be referred to as sick care because healing is not the focus. If you really think about it, if you really have a different perspective, you'll realize that the healthcare isn't what's in crisis. It's really a sick care disaster. Our present system can be divided into acute and chronic care. Acute care is where you're involved in a major motor vehicle accident, or you have sudden chest pain, vision loss, or major trauma where you're at risk of bleeding or loss of a limb. Acute trauma care in the United States are excellent at emergency situations. Chronic care is basically everything else: heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and chronic musculoskeletal complaints. As you can easily see, that chronic medical care consumes over 92% of our healthcare resources. So until we change our focus, we're not going to change the system. Healthcare is a problem-oriented approach. This means that our problem is our ticket to get access to the healthcare system in the first place. And here is the major point. If our focus is always on a problem, then how are we ever going to break the cycle of sick care? With appreciative medicine, we change the focus to solutions and to really optimizing innate health. Now we can get excited about the heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and chronic illnesses that we can prevent from ever occurring. This just makes sense.
What we've done is we've probably slacked off as we've aged, and so this sort of invigorates me to pick it up again.
True health care is not a passive process. By changing your focus, you change not only your approach to health, but you change every aspect of your life.
A few changes just made all the difference in my life. I'm eating nothing but produce, organic foods. I've lost an incredible amount of weight and just feel fantastic all the time.
Nobody but nobody goes out for a run for an hour and says, I shouldn't have done that. You do not need to be a victim. By creating health, you can get excited about the chronic illnesses that you can prevent from ever occurring. Yes, diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. I am not suggesting that you'll never get sick, but what I am saying is the majority of chronic illnesses in the United States are preventable. And that by making smarter choices, understanding our options, and partnering with a team approach with the focus on creating health, that we can optimize our own immune system, our ability to heal from within.
I'm glad to become more aware of the fact that I need to be more proactive with the way I look at my own personal health care.
There's nothing more powerful when it comes to healing than your own immune system. So taking care of yourself is your responsibility. TelMD is your resource to connect with physicians, healthcare professionals, and others who have become role models, but most important, to connect with yourself. Making a conscious effort to make yourself a priority, to make your family a priority, is what health and in terms life is really about. TelMD will guide you to create an optimal health plan to begin your journey and experience the life and health that you deserve. The path you have chosen is about human discovery, the potential to communicate, connect, and create a new perspective of healthcare and a vision of what is possible.